It's Madden NFL 24. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Cowboys and the 49ers on Sunday night.
From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's a rematch from last year's NFC Divisional Round matchup, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at these 49ers. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time. And it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
The throw to the middle, taken in. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. Prescott. The throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis. Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Landry, agile footwork. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The Niners offense set to go to work, and it's last year's revelation, Brock Purdy, who leads them out in season number 2 from Iowa State.
There weren't many bigger stories last season than Purdy, who's officially the most famous Mr. Irrelevant of all time. Won each of his first 5 starts and almost guided his team to a Super Bowl. He's really forced the team to reevaluate its plans at quarterback because he looks like the real deal.
When just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 3. Purdy now to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st. Lines up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Purdy. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. He'll get this to about the 38. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. 19 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there, and I'm confident they can repeat it again this week.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Now Prescott. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
You often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They go play action here. Purdy. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing here, Purdy. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing on second down, it's Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Purdy. That is caught. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they got hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more with Mitchell. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Purdy looking end zone, but it's incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, he'll up to the challenge.
So 3 points on the board. As easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield, creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession from the 33. Here's second down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, it's Prescott. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
On first and 10, Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Cowboys at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Prescott. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Out of the gun to give to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. Out of the gun, Purdy. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Purdy. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. And a good welcome for a guy who had some great years as a 49er, Andy Leon, to kick it away. Deep to return is Cavante Turpin. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Pollard gets it off the option. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the Niners' 43-yard line.
Gonna run again here with Pollard. Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Play action now. Prescott steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4. And it brings up 3rd down on the sand. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Pollard. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Ayuk bringing it in on the crossing route here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action, now Purdy. And this one too low.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense back out there. We shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurtled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Prescott on 1st down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. To the air again, Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Another one is C.D. Lamb. He's got it.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Well,
we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Purdy off the play fake. And a quick throw here that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. In motion right, Debo. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy from the gun. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Busts through the tackle, and he'll be out right at the 35. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Option play, here's Pollard. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys 1st down as he's up to the 47.
1st down, Dallas.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Nice little juke. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
2nd and 6 at the 49ers 38-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And they'll They'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Pollard again. Fights through and now a crease. Able to fight through 1 tackle.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Dallas.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And Cooks has it over the middle. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Purdy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards left on second down from the 9.
At the Cowboys 9-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped.
And coughed it up. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Mitchell will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it 24-13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Prescott now. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Prescott now from the 50. They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cowboys.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw, Purdy. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Pollard will take it up the gut. Fred Warner, the all-pro linebacker, there on the stop.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will pick up the first down as he is out of bounds. And on that, we will reach the 2-minute warning. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A give to Pollard running left.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Purdy, big 4th down play.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Niners first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Purdy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught out right by Jennings. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Purdy now to throw. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure